Hello, my name is Martha Roth. I'm a professor at the Oriental Institute, Department of Near Eastern Languages and Civilizations, and the College at the University of Chicago. I hope you will find time to join me either in person or online when I deliver a lecture to the Oriental Institute Members Series on judicial violence in ancient Mesopotamia, focusing on the problem of lex talionis, an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. I have been working for the last couple of years on problems involving judicial violence in ancient Mesopotamia, how the state inflicts certain forms of punishment on its own citizens, impaling, flogging, decapitation, all sorts of interesting, gruesome punishments, not all of which are fatal. The head has come to play a very prominent role in this investigation for a lot of reasons. The head turns out to be the site, not only for most efficiently taking a life by decapitation, but the head itself, even when the criminal survives, becomes a site for inflicting visible punishments. We could start with the mark of Cain and what that might have meant. The face, the head, stands for the person, and any injuries or damages to the face affects the person's social status and ability to function. The punishments that target parts of the head, the eyes, the nose, the lips, the tongue, the ears, piercing, cutting off, mutilating, all of these take on a different significance when we begin to think about the head as the site of this display of punishments. There's a lot more that happens with the head in law, things like veiling, scalping, hairdos, various kinds of shaving of beards and of scalps. There's a lot that takes place on the head itself. And the paradigmatic principle that we all think of then is the biblical an eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. It turns out, of course, that this ruling that appears 3 times in the Hebrew Bible has antecedents and parallels not only in the Roman 12 tables and in New Testament, in the book of Matthew, but all the way back in ancient Mesopotamia, going back to the 2nd millennium BC. What I want to do in this talk is explore the notion of the eye for an eye as a principle and how it might work in reality as opposed to an abstraction, and how its reflexes play down through the millennia.